the roundabout, continue straight to stay on Boundary Road.
And Leichhardt, let us know your thoughts, 0467 922 702. Text James today. Minister, will they keep historic facades on not a road near Leichhardt?
Yeah, the assessment of the history and any heritage conservation areas, any heritage items, all come into this assessment pathway. But we've got to realise that heritage and housing can coexist and do in so many other parts of Sydney, so many parts of the west, so many other parts of Victoria. So it's about being sympathetic and respecting what's happened, but also acknowledging that we can modernise.
In 500 metres at the roundabout, continue straight to stay on Boundary Road.
So, I'm getting to go, please. There's already a plan for a chunk of Leichhardt under a Parramatta Road strategy, and council are proposing to rezone big chunks of Leichhardt to high density. Leichhardt is taking a lot of heat and no train. Share the pain.
Look, there is work going on by University Council on their plans for the future of their combined local environment plan. This will complement that, working with that. And as I said, with a state-led rezoning process, we have everyone at the table working through the details. So we work through
In
the
300 metres at the roundabout, take the first exit onto Kensington Park Road.
There's an understanding that over time we will have to continue to make investments in transport services and infrastructure, but we'll be able to better understand when they need to come along as we better understand what the housing and jobs and transport futures might be for this area.
Now, I had a look at the map. There's a big chunk of where these new 8,000 potential new homes might go in Leichhardt, and there's another big chunk in Camperdown. But then
in 150 metres at the roundabout, take the second exit onto McCulloch Street.
Where it's not being rezoned. Can you explain that?
No, that will be part of it. There will be investigation of opportunities along for renewal along that corridor between the two areas. What this starts with is identifying investigation areas, whether it be Woollahra, whether it be Burwood North, whether it be Kiama Workshop precinct. And then we work on what the build form looks like, what the step down and arrangements might be. So absolutely, the connecting corridor will be determined as part of this.
A couple of people asked about public transport. For example, I live in Camperdown and am perfectly happy, says someone, with the development proposal, but we do need either light rail or a metro.
Well, as you said, we're in a couple of blocks of heavy rail, which is currently under capacity, and there will be and continue to be bus transport along that corridor, but we will be looking at where we need to make improvements to those transport networks in the public transport system over time as development comes through. So this is part of the work where we get everyone around the table to work through some of that detail. That's what we'll be doing over the coming months.
Who asked any long-term low-rent house?
Yeah, absolutely. Affordable housing is part of the consideration and the rezoning process. The New South Wales government's already leaning into that with its own Landcom development, the build to rent for essential workers in Annandale. So we recognise just how important that is. I think this is the first government in New South Wales history that's really taken on the task of making sure that affordable housing is integrated with market housing across the board.